Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to have everyone on our Zoom tonight and just appreciate everyone hopping on, taking time out of their busy schedule to be with us tonight and just, learn the skills of how to improve our business in LifeVantage. And this is Julie White from Pennsylvania, Pro9 in LifeVantage. And I'm absolutely thrilled tonight to introduce someone very special to you. Her name is Maria Williams, and she's a Pro9 in LifeVantage. And she's an amazing leader, and she has such a servant heart, and she loves helping her team. She loves the quality time that it gives her with her family. So she's a wife, a mother, an entrepreneur. She was born in Brazil, but she immigrated to the U.S. as a baby. And she's been a business major. She's done a lot of awesome things, one of which was she was 20 years as a human resources manager. But I just love her willingness to help us out tonight because she's, in a cross-line group, and she's always willing to help. She has shared her PowerPoint with me so many times and just been very gracious and helpful whenever I need help. So Maria, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I'm just going to turn it over to you now.
Great, thank you so much. I'm actually printing something that I want to talk about, so let me go grab it. Hold on 1 second.
Sure thing.
All right, I got it. I just think Julie wanted me to kind of share my vision and what I'm excited about right now. And I think, I don't know how long all of you have been involved in LifeVantage. Some of you, it's going to be 8 years for me in July. And I'm just more excited today than ever. I mean, I really am. What we have our hands on is just incredible. And, it keeps getting better and better and better and better. That's how I feel. And I don't mind seeing all of you guys. So if you want to turn your videos on, I like to see faces. So
okay, great.
So you can turn your videos on. I like to see faces when I'm talking to people because then I see them nod their heads and turn them back on. Yay! If people don't like it, they can always go at the top corner. They can click on the speaker view. And if you click on the speaker view, you just see the person that's speaking. So in this case, we would just see you. So when they don't like to see all the faces, there's like 4 different views. Tell them to learn that kind of stuff. I like to see people's faces.
Great.
So yeah, I'm super excited. There's a lot of amazing things going on. It's like we go in stages, right? We get flat for a while, and then new stuff happens. Somebody new and exciting comes in, and it just creates this ball of excitement, and we just get re-energized knowing what we have our hands on. I mute my phone. So I don't know if any of you saw last Wednesday, Michelle Poe, we did a live Facebook Zoom with a new doctor that we have on our team. And it's just amazing when you think of, like, we know what we have our hands on, right, guys? Like, we know this is amazing. We know the science. Like, every doctor should know about this, right? And get everybody on it because they would see tremendous results with their patients. But we're not there yet. Then all of a sudden you meet a doctor, a cardiologist, right? She's one of the top 50 cardiologists in the world, right? In the whole world, pick all the cardiologists, she's been voted as one of the top 50 in the world. Why? Because she has this huge heart for prevention. She really believes that heart attacks are preventable. About 85% of them are preventable. She talks about the top third killer in the US is medicines, is drugs. Like, she is a doctor saying this. Drugs are what kills more people. And to have someone like that with those credentials that believes in prevention and knows, and she knew what oxidative stress was. She knew that oxidative stress is the major culprit of heart disease. So her prevention in her clinic and her teaching has all been about how to reduce oxidative stress because she knows it's linked to heart disease. And she's had a 95% success rate treating blocked arteries, heart disease, instead of non-invasive, instead of doing, bypass grafts, 95% results with non-invasive things. I don't even know what they are. I can't wait to meet her face to face and find out, what do you do that's different? And so she's into prevention. She knows about oxidative stress. And then all of a sudden somebody comes to her and tells her about nerve 2 activation, which she didn't know about. She didn't know that this technology existed. She didn't know that there was something potent enough to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days and up to 70% with continued use. So 2 things that blew my mind. First, we got this top cardiologist that understands oxidative stress, but doesn't even know that this technology exists. Now that's incredible. That just tells you how much opportunity we still have on our hands, right? If top doctors don't even know, and they know about oxidative stress, don't even know about this technology, and we do, like, we're at the tip of an iceberg. I mean, I'm telling you, if you just stick to this, I know it can be hard. I know sometimes you want to quit. I know you get too many no's sometimes and not enough yeses. I've been through it all. But I'm telling you, if you hang in there and just stay singly focused on every day sharing this with somebody new, make a friend, share the information, connect with somebody, share the information, just continue to expose, follow up, and close. And if it doesn't close, then expose again with something different, expose, follow up, and close. That's going to be my new mantra. Your first exposure is the ABC, right? We send someone the ABC, they watch it, we follow up with them, we try to close with them, not quite ready, they have some questions, great. Expose them to either a one-on-one call, a one-on-one meeting, or a one-on-one call, or a call, a 3-way call with someone, or a webinar, or a home meeting, whatever it is, or a study, or a story, or a recorded webinar, whatever you can get your hands on it, and expose again, follow up. What did you like about the information I sent you? What did you like about it? Listen, have a conversation. Are you ready to get started? No, not quite ready. No problem. Can I follow up with you? Great. Continue to follow up and don't stop, because you never know when someone is the timing is going to be ready for them. I just had someone sign up that I've been following up with for about 4 years, but the timing wasn't ready. And they've just been watching me on Facebook, little things that I post here and there, an interview here and there. And then the other day they called me and said, you know what, I've been watching you and I think I'm ready. I've been getting customers just by people that I've talked to, have done nothing, but they're watching. They're watching what I post, what I do, what's going on. And when the right time is for them, they're getting on board. And so you never know when that right timing is going to happen. And then with your customers, go back and follow up with your customers and say, I don't know if I've ever told you there was a business side, or if you did and they weren't interested, ask them for referrals. That's such a big, huge thing. Say to them, who do you know that wants better health? Who do you know? You've been on it for a while. You've had great results. Who do you know in your network, right, that is ill, has health issues, and, would want to hear about this? Give me their number. I'll call them. I'll say I'm a friend of yours and that you have this, I know you've got this going on, and I'll send them some information. Or who do you know that'd like to make an extra $500 a month? Start small. Don't go for the big, make a $50,000, $100,000 a month. Start small. Who do you know that would like to have part-time income? Teachers. Teachers are going on, in another month or two, they have the summer off. 99% of teachers get a second job, have a second job because they don't get paid enough, and do something in the summer. Very few teachers really do nothing in the summer. And so I would, the next couple of months coming up, start to talk to some teachers about, what are your plans for the summer? How about doing something on the side, building something that you can start building in the summer while you're off, and hopefully you get 1 or 2 people on their team that runs, and you can work with those people on their team. So I hope those are some ideas, but I wanted to just read you just a couple of things of Dr. Gandhi. Now, not only did Dr. Gandhi see the product and how important it is, but she also saw the business opportunity. That was the second part that I forgot to say. The first thing was she saw what this product could do, wanted to get her hands on it, but she also saw the business opportunity. And just happens that her husband has done network marketing before, gets network marketing, and so, is totally on board with her. So you've got a powerful team here, to go and build this. But she said, I know lots of doctors aren't going to get this and want to be interested. And then that's okay, because I know I just have to keep digging, So they already have the mentality, but what they're doing is they're in LA, and we said to them, because Dr. Mark Gordon is teaching here in Phoenix, LVA this weekend. So, and this doctor is under one of his legs on his team. So we said, hey, why don't you come to, any way that you can come to Arizona? We're going to have some business training, but you can meet Dr. Mark Gordon. You can meet, Kerry Williams is here. I'm going to be out of town. I had already planned something before this, so I'm not going to be in town. And so she's like, she looks at her schedule and she says, I think I can make it happen. So they're driving in on Friday night, getting here Friday night, going to LVA, having lunch, and driving back home. But they're coming to learn and absorb so they can have success in this business. They're driving, I think LA is probably 6 hours from here. Well, look at that. They've dropped everything, rearranged their schedules to come to LVA. So no, that just shows you that they see how big this potential is. And when someone says, hey, you need to come to this training, they're all in and they're coming. We also, John Brooks is the gentleman who enrolled her. And we said to John, he's in Sioux Falls. And I said, John, this couple seems very, very powerful. I think you need to come to Arizona, have LVA here and meet them, because he hasn't even met them yet. So John bought a flight. And John's coming here to Phoenix to meet his new distributors that he hasn't even met. So John and Mark Gordon and Kerry Williams, and then Kerry Williams called Kerry Dickey and said, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Why don't you come and meet this new power couple and let's hang out for the day? So Kerry Dickey's getting on a plane and coming here to meet this couple. That's what you do when you find someone so fired up, like they're committed to coming and driving 6 hours. Then the team has to commit and show them, like, look at the support you're getting from all these people, because we see this huge potential. But it started with them coming here. So you don't have to always do extreme stuff like that. But when you get someone you're excited about, introduce them to the team, right? We do group texts to introduce people. We have a Facebook page that we have someone get their picture, put it up there, welcome them to the team so everybody can welcome them to the team, because so much of this business is building community, right? It's connecting with people. Somebody may meet Debbie and connect with Debbie and Gary and Betty and say, oh my goodness, if they're doing it, I can do it. Look at Karen, look at Bev, right? They can say, hey, if these guys are doing it, they see this and they're having success, we can do it too. So part of building that community and introducing people, just like on this Zoom, you can get a bunch of people and introduce them too. It's that face-to-face connection. It's hearing, why is Karen involved? Karen, what has this done for you? Why is Bev involved, right? So it's hearing these stories, because stories are what sell. So we should, the one skill set we all need to get better at is be an amazing storyteller. And so even though this couple, this doctor isn't in your team, it's in LifeVantage. Use this couple's story. Use this top cardiologist that just joined our business to show people how huge this is, right? So I wanted to say a couple of things. She's a preventative cardiologist. She has pioneered the concept of prevention and non-invasive cardiology, for which her work was applauded by the late president, Dr. Kalma. She was awarded a finance minister as the best woman entrepreneur in 2006. So she took this concept of hers and created a business out of it, how to teach other cardiologists how to do this preventative care that she has figured out. She's treated over 50,000 cases, which all involve international patients with a 95 success rate. I can send this to you, Julie, this bio, and you guys can take bits and pieces of it, find her picture. I think we posted it on Facebook. Post it on your Facebook page. Use it. Say, look, we just got this incredible cardiologist because she saw the science behind what nerve to activation is. List a couple of things of her bio, and then put like, hey, if you want to know more how you can, protect your heart, how you can, help a loved one with heart disease, private message me. And maybe somebody in there, right, of all your friends, maybe one or two people will reach out to you and say, hey, what is it that you've got your hands out? I just got diagnosed with, high cholesterol. I just got diagnosed with high blood pressure, with something. Can this help me? So I'll send this to you, Julie, and you can send it on to the group and you can read the rest of her bio. But use this to show the credibility of what we have our hands on. These are the things that when you see other people and things are happening in their team, use it. Be the storyteller. That's what this business is about, is telling these stories, and enough stories that at some point it resonates with someone and it connects with someone. So.
Very good.
Questions? Anybody have questions? What else? How long is your call? I forgot to ask you.
It goes until about 11 more minutes.
Okay.
I was wondering, do you know the story of how John Brooks connected with her?
Yeah, he used LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a business social media, I don't know what you call it, social something. He has just been, so understand that John has been kind of stuck at Pro9 for a while, a couple of years now. And so he just made a commitment to himself that he was going to reach out to 10 to 15 people a day and see what happened. So he's on LinkedIn because of his own work that he does in his business. And so what he did, he just went on LinkedIn and just looked at profiles. You can friend people just like you can on Facebook. And I don't know what search he put in, but obviously he was, reaching out to cardiologists, and he saw her profile, saw she was about prevention, and he friended her, and she accepted. And then from there, he sent her some information. First he commented on, what she did and whatnot. And then he sent her the ABC, I coach my team to always ask doctors, have you heard of NRF2 activation? And so he might have asked her, hey, you're into prevention. Have you heard of NRF2 activation? And she probably said no. He goes, well, do you mind if I send you some information? So we always send the ABC. Till today, we have not changed our business. We send that ABC over. And then from there, with the cardiologist, I would also send the American Heart Association study, because that's what got Mark Gordon, was seeing that study. And that's what he did. He kept sending information. She looked at it and he had a conversation. And then at some point he said, hey, I've got a cardiologist. I would love for you to talk to him so you could learn more about it. Did a Zoom with Mark Gordon and her. She really liked the, what she saw. She, got the science behind it. Then he connected her with me at one point, with Carrie Dickey. And then we found out that her husband also knew network marketing and, was into it. Connected them with Carrie Dickey and then with me. And, that's kind of how he did it.
That's awesome. Very good.
Yeah. So people are out there. That's, but he said, I've been doing it for almost a month now. He's been reaching out to 10 to 15 different doctors and people, and nothing. And then one pops. And that's what you got to remember. When I got Dr. Mark Gordon, Carrie Williams and I had a list of 100 names. So we went through 99 names, 99 people said no to us. But that one person that said, yeah, I'll take a look at that video. So I physically called 49 people, some hang-ups, some, how'd you get my number? Some, I'll take a look, and then I tried to follow up. They never, followed up. Only one person out of 99 people said, yep, I'll take a look at it. Called them back. Yeah, I took a look at it. And then we had a conversation and, sent him the studies, the research, and then he signed up. So it is a numbers game. You have to remember that. And that's not odd, to go through especially when you're cold calling. These people have no connection to you at all. They don't know you at all. So it's difficult for them to even have that trust. So you've got to find something that kind of, connects with them in a way that, they start seeing. And when you're reaching out like that to doctors, it has to be the science. It has to be the science because, that's what's going to grab their attention if they're open-minded.
Very good.
So let me ask you a question. Naturopaths I don't know where all of you are, you're in Pennsylvania, but naturopaths, like in Pennsylvania, for example, can they have products, can they do network marketing? Because in Arizona, naturopaths, it's in their bylaws, they can't. So we get a lot of naturopaths that don't want to do it. We get a few that don't care and they do it anyway. They just retail it in their office, or some will use their spouses, put the business under their spouse and still sell the product. But in Pennsylvania, do you know, is there a problem with that or not?
Yes, I actually have a distributor who's a naturopath. So, yeah.
Okay, so if what I would do is I would get the yellow pages, honestly, pull out the yellow pages and, dialing for dollars, right? Start calling all naturopaths in your area and ask them, have you, if they have a website, look at their website. If they're into prevention and they talk about prevention, if they talk about free radicals and antioxidants or oxidative stress, say, hey, I was on your website and it's very impressive. And I wondered if you, I didn't see anything about NRF2 activation. Have you heard of NRF2 activation? I would even say, have you heard of NRF2 and NRF1 activation? Let's not leave the NRF1 out, right? They might know about mitochondria. Right. And just see what they say. All you're trying to get is, can I send you some information? And you might even say, look, I know you don't know me at all. Could I just send you some information to look at? We have some research. And then you have to say why this is going to benefit them. So I would say something like, this is something that will benefit your patients. We've seen a lot of results. There's a lot of studies and research behind it. And it can help your bottom line also. Happy patients refer, they come back, you make some money. And send them some information, send them the ABC. I personally, to doctors, what I always send is the American Heart Association study because of the credibility of what it does, and the NRF2 activation study that was done by the company. Because that NRF2 study shows how it can correct gene expression, how our product has been compared to other NRF2 activators, and how we're the most potent one. You can find that on pubmed.gov. When you type in Protandim and look at the studies, I think it was the 9th study from the bottom up, but it'll say something on NRF therapeutic, NRF2 activation.
Great.
So that's usually where I start. And then if they, if they follow, let you follow back up, and then they want more information, then I figure out what more information they want and connect them from there.
Very good. Appreciate that.
No problem. What else? Any other questions?
Yeah, this is Monique. I have a question for Julie or Maria. I'm currently looking for somebody who's in the neurology field as an MD that might have some experience in dealing with what I've been dealing with. Any?
So a neurologist, if we have a neurologist, I only had one neurologist in my business, and she's kind of out of the business. So I would try, I don't know what you have in your business, Julie, but even a DO might be able to help, or an MD or anyone you have in your business might be able to help in with whatever, your specific questions are. But not that I know of, there's no neurologists.
Okay.
Not yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet. All right. We'll keep.
We're working on it. We're working on
we'll
it.
keep
Trust
on
me, I
coming.
presented to about 10 of them here in Arizona because of the MS study. But they're still very close-minded neurologists. Very close-minded. You got to find one that believes in, nutraceuticals too, and pharmaceuticals.
Okay.
And that's the other thing. When you talk to a doctor, don't say this is a supplement. Say it's a nutraceutical. It's a more powerful word. Sometimes just little words, the verbiage you use makes a huge difference.
You have so much good advice. So practical. I appreciate
Thank you.
that.
I keep it simple.
Okay, we're about ready to wrap things up. Does anybody else have a burning question or comment? You can type it in the chat box or unmute yourself if you have one. Okay, well, I guess that wraps it up for tonight. Thank you so much, Maria. We really appreciate you taking the time and effort to share with us. It was fantastic, so practical, so helpful, and so encouraging. We just really appreciate it. So thank you so much.
No problem. It's been my pleasure. I love doing this. I love helping people. I love giving you, if I can give you one tip that changes your business, that's my goal here, is just one little thing to keep encouraging you to keep stepping out of your comfort zone, keep sharing it every day with someone, because it takes one person to change your whole entire business for you and to see this with you and to start running with you. So, all right, everyone. See you in Anaheim in a couple of months where it's warm, hopefully. Hopefully it stops snowing for you guys. Oh.
We hope so. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Maria.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Good night.
Okay.